Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Nate Anime and welcome back to my channel. Today we are on Grand Theft Auto Online checking out the Karin Sultan RS. Now this video is going to be a slight bit different from all the other videos that I've done when it comes to Itasha vehicles on Grand Theft Auto Online. Normally when I do those videos, I'm normally going to them blind, but unfortunately I've actually already done this car already, but not in a video. See, I had this vehicle way before I started doing Grand Theft Auto videos about cars that have Itasha in the game. So I had this car basically when it first came out, so I know everything about this car already, but I'm just doing this video because it does not have its own separate video. So over on the right here we have a completely stock Karin Sultan. It's the 4-door version, which it will get turned into the 2-door version once you take it over to Benny's Motorworks, or in my case, if you have a CEO garage. And I'm going to assume that you can probably do this over in an Arena Wars garage too. I don't own an Arena Wars garage, unfortunately. It's just something that I'm just not really interested in, so I've never actually bought it. Reason why the All Itasha's video that I made not too long ago had the 2 Arena Wars cars that had Itasha liveries on them that I didn't even know about, because I've never really played Arena Wars, nor have I cared for it. So, and I still kind of don't, even with the Itasha, I still kind of don't, but I think I might actually end up making a video on that to just to see how that all goes. Now, fortunately for me, I was actually able to find this vehicle on the streets, which, if you didn't know, yes, you can actually find the stock 4-door version of the Karin Sultan on the streets for absolutely free. However, if you can't find one at the moment and you're in a rush or you just don't feel like waiting, you can always go to the in-game website Benny's Motorworks, which actually can be found right here sometimes on the main screen. But if it's never here on the main screen, you can always go to here, travel and transport, right here to the Benny's Motorworks website, go to stock, go all the way down to the bottom, and you can buy this car for $12,000, and you can pick whatever color you want, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, and then just take it to Benny's Motorworks over here in the Strawberry area. Or again, like I said before, if you have a CEO garage, you can actually just turn it into the Karin Sultan RS in your CEO garage if you have a custom CEO garage thing, if you know what I'm talking about, right? So let's take this car into the custom CEO garage customization area, and I'm actually going to show you guys how to actually make my car, because a lot of you guys have actually, and it's very interesting that you guys want to know this, but you guys have been asking me, you know, what exactly are the customizations on this specific car, not any other Itasha car that I've made. You guys have been asking me for this specific car, so I guess I might as well give this I might as well explain the upgrades and design of this car. So first of all, when you get to the customization area, you're going to be given the option to upgrade the vehicle to the Karin Sultan RS. It does the same exact thing when you go to Benny's Motorworks. Now, depending on certain times and situations, this price that you see on the screen, the $795,000, might actually change. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes Rockstar will give out discounts. Sometimes, depending on if you played the game since PS3, the price will be different. I don't know if this is the 100% correct price for this car, but this is the price that I get. So for me, it will be $795,000. All you gotta do there is buy it, and it's gonna ask you, are you sure? And then there you go. So the front bumper is right here. Now, if I can get this right, because I'm going off the top of my head right now. So let me see. If I'm looking at all the bumpers right, it will be the C1 loop bumper. That is the front bumper for this vehicle. Rear bumper for this vehicle, I think it's actually the classic RS rear bumper. So yeah, headlight trims, I do the eyelids, I do the I think it's the first one. Yeah, it is the custom eyelids eyebrows. Roll cage, I just do the full roll cage in there. Exhaust, now the exhaust is actually on the side. I do the big bore exhaust. So for fenders, it's either the carbon arches or the carbon bolt-on arches. Either or, it's one of these two, but I know for a fact it is the carbon option. So I'm gonna put this one on, just the carbon arches, because I do believe that's how my car is set up. The grille, now I do believe, if I remember correctly, it is that grille right there, the intercooler with the water sprayer. Now for the hood, I do think it's either the one with the bulge, it might just be plain stock, but I do believe it is the power bulge hood. So yeah, I am going to put that one on. Dash, it's actually the tacho and the dash gauges. That's the one I put for my car, so you want to put that one on. All right, and then for the seats, I do the carbon tuner seats right here. So yeah, for the steering wheel, it is the Apex Clubman, so you want to put that on there. Okay, so as for lights, xenon lights, of course, neon kits, full front, back, and sides. Neons, you want to do electric blue, either electric blue or mint green. I usually go between the two, but I'm gonna go for electric blue. Livery, obviously we're gonna put on the Princess Robot Bubblegum livery, of course. Now for the color, I know a lot of people have been trying to figure out this color. So the primary color for this car is metallic diamond blue. That's the primary. Now I don't truly remember what the pearlescent is, because I do know, I think I do have a pearlescent on here, and I couldn't even tell you what it is, unfortunately, because it's been such a long time. Secondary color, now this one is matte black, and the reason I do that, because it paints the trunk black, which kind of gives it a carbon look to it. And then the trim color, yeah, it's actually ice white. For the roof spoiler right there. All right, and now for the side skirts, you want to do the secondary mud flaps for this car. For the spoiler, oh, there it is. Yep, the stock car spoiler right there. And then for the wheels, I actually have the street wheels. And let me see here, because I have to go by look, because I don't remember the name truly. It is the Segoy concave wheels, so you want to put those on. And then the color for them will be black, and then design will be Fukaru. Tinted windows, I do a light tint. And you know, I'm starting to look at these fenders here. I think I might have actually got the fenders wrong. Let me see here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think these are actually the correct fenders that go onto my car. So it's the secondary color arches. Put that on right there. And yeah, I think this is the correct build of the car. So let's take it back out to the garage and compare the two and see if I got it all right. Alrighty then. So to the left is our finished product. Looks pretty similar. I think we got everything just about right. Oh, okay. Let me see here. No. Alright. Yeah, it seems like we got everything correct. I get the steering wheel correct. I wanted to make sure. Oh wow, I actually have the normal stock steering wheel for this car. That's interesting. And yep, that's how you can make my version of the Karin Sultan RS with the Princess Robot Bubblegum livery. And I really do like this car. However, there is something else I want to talk about. Now, this Karin Sultan RS does look like a sports car, but for some strange reason, Rockstar decided to class it under supers. Now, for the longest time, and basically since probably even San Andreas too, because this car was in San Andreas at the time, not exactly the RS but the Sultan itself. But since San Andreas, the Karin Sultan has always been classed as a sports car, not a supercar. Even in GTA 4, when you would race the car in online events and stuff like that, it was classed under sports cars. It would race against other sports cars, and it would actually have a chance against real sports cars. But in GTA Online, they classed it under supers, and that is I find that the most annoying thing in the world when it comes to this car. And I like this car a lot, but I just really am irritated that this car was made into a supercar and not put into the sports car class where I personally think it belongs. So another thing is, I've never actually tried to race this car in any supercar races. To be expected, because I don't feel like this car is, you know, competitive or fast enough to keep up with today's current supercars. Even when it came out, I didn't think it was good enough to keep up with the supercars back then. So I'm gonna try win a race in this car and see if it is race worthy. Alright, so we're in the race. Unfortunately, we're only racing against like 4 other people in this race, so I don't know how much of a test we're gonna get out of that, but hopefully it'll be good enough to try out, see if this car is good enough to race against other supercars. If anything, I'll say, let's say at least, I'm gonna at least try to shoot for at least 2nd place, at least. I think I might, yep, keep it together. I don't know, we might not get a real accurate test here, because in typical Grand Theft Auto Online racing, everybody's bumping, everybody's hitting each other, and nobody's really, well, you know, racing, which is typical. So I'm not actually surprised at all about this. But this is, this particular race is one of the new races that Rockstar added, which, if you didn't know, Rockstar is actually doing a whole new update right now, and apparently the next new update is going to involve car meets, interestingly enough. And they actually teased a new car, which is a Toyota Celica, which I thought would have never ever gotten into this game. I couldn't have even imagined that car getting into this game, but it is, and it's coming, so kind of interesting. But they're also adding like little like car meet places to, you know, do like car meets and stuff like that, so that could be pretty interesting. It basically just sounds like the casino parking lot, honestly. So far, I mean, the car is keeping up-ish, but then on top of that, I haven't really messed up. If I were to mess up though, I do feel that I would probably lose some positions. Now, another reason why I've never actually thought this car was actually race worthy enough, because I never actually saw anybody else driving these in races. I mean, when's the last time you've seen a Sultan RS being driven in a race? That's one of the reasons why I've always thought this car wasn't really good for racing. But then at the same time, I've never actually driven this car in a race, so okay, we're gonna see if we can try to pass this guy. Hopefully he won't knock us out the way, and we are in 1st place so far. Alright, so last lap, we're still in 1st place. Let's see if I can hold this position. Personally, I'm just really surprised on how good this car is performing. Now, there are a couple of factors. Again, I can just keep bringing this up a bunch of times, but the amount of people that we're racing up against and their skill level when it comes to racing. And believe it or not, even though it is a stunt race and, you know, there's not really, you know, much going on, you do need some type of skill level to be able to win races on tracks like these. So it really all depends on the conditions and, you know, who's driving. Ooh, this guy is really trying to pass me, which, interestingly enough, the car he's driving, I didn't think it was actually that fast. I think it was really like a car that you really don't want to drive, just pass on it. And wow, so unfortunately, we were passed just now. And wow, yeah, that's actually, oh, get out the way. Really? Okay, so I don't know if I can exactly consider that a win. Because again, in typical Rockstar fashion, we had cheating. That's actually pretty interesting. Of course, the guy would cheat at the very end. So is this car worthy enough of driving up against other supercars in GTA Online races? Yes. But will you be able to win? It depends if the people who you're driving up against aren't cheating. In this case, you know, I got caught up with a cheater, which is to be expected. It is Grand Theft Auto Online. So yeah, this is the Karin Sultan RS. So you have seen the way I made my version of the car, and you've seen if it's good enough to race against other supercars and races. Unfortunately, it is just the stunt car races. Again, don't know how it does on regular, normal, everyday ground races, but at least you kind of know or get a feel of how good this car is. So is this car worth buying? Absolutely. Again, I mean, it's an Itasha vehicle. Of course it's worth buying. It is an Itasha vehicle. It is an OG vehicle from GTA 4, one of my favorite vehicles of all time from Grand Theft Auto 4. The performance is just amazing. It actually is kind of mind-blowing. It's a good car to drive in free mode. It's a good car, well, somewhat of a good car to race in races. So yeah, it's a good deal, and for around $795,000 to convert it over to the Sultan RS. But yeah, overall I think this car is a good car. If you have the money, go out and get this car. It's really a good deal, and it's a really fun car too. But yeah, this is the Karin Sultan RS with the Princess Robot Bubblegum livery on it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in my next one.